Good morning, evening, afternoon. There's something we need to talk about here. Word out on the street is that Baal, Raiden Shogun, the Electro Archon herself, is a little bit disappointing. That's what I've been hearing. Now, I've talked about how some things have bothered me, not about Raiden Shogun, right? About how Kujostar is a little bit jank to play, strong character, but jank to play and irritates me. Actually went on tilt during the recording of that video, doing nothing, just walking around. Imagine that. And then the other one here as well, Electro itself as an element, kind of bad. So which is it? Is it Baal? Is it the Raiden Shogun? What is it? Is it a combination of everything? Well, let's go over some of the things that I've heard and some of the things that I know and some of the things that I feel about the Raiden Shogun. And as always, guys, if you like the content on this channel, you're having a good time here, we kind of try to keep it informational as well as a little bit of me and a little bit of you. And oh, Steven's gone. He got yeeted. Actually, I've been back-to-back recording. He's down the hallway still. Steven, make sure you hit that thumbs up button on the video, subscribe for more, guys. It's a pleasure to have you here, and the family is always growing. Now, the Raiden Shogun here, I have got a very good Raiden Shogun, okay? No cap, all the way, 100% shot. This character is to the max. I've been using her a lot. I love playing her. She's super fun to use. If you're one of those players where your class fantasy is that super fast moving character, you're the monk, you're the assassin, you're the thief, you're the ninja, all the way in. I love that playstyle, so I went all the way in. We got a little bit lucky, and Steven on the hall did that for us. Indeed, if you want to see those pulls, check out the video. No one watched them apparently. It's okay though, because everyone thought I was hacking the server, so the less people that watch that, the more Mahoyo won't know that that's what happened. Anyway, this character here, not fully maxed yet. We have the secret art. We can max this one out. We are Constellation 4 as well, and that's an R5 engulfing lightning, so you can't really get much stronger than this. Our layout here, we have a pretty nice stat split: 50 crit rate, which is a little bit more, 145 crit damage, 283 energy recharge, 120% electro damage up there as well, with 2.6k attack. When we run the full damage squad, we hit up to like 5k. We hit like 500 and something, 600,000 initial slashes, 80 to 90,000 cuts on top of that. So Raiden Shogun, though, everyone seems really underwhelmed by her. And when I say everyone, I mean the vast majority of comments that I see lately have been pretty negative. There are some really positive ones, and that's what I'm going to be here today for you. We've already skipped ahead to this part of the video. Shame on you. But I think her as a character is in a pretty good spot. However, there are some bad things about her. If I was to make a tier list right now, and it was like SSS tier to S to A, I'd probably put her at like S minus A plus. So there's a couple things here that really make me sad. And most of those things are tied to the electro element, and that's a whole different concept. And so by playing with this big max version of this character, there's a couple of grievances, but I think she's actually very strong. Now, her being electro does hold her back a good bit, but that's not her fault. If they buff up the electro element, make it reactions do something that actually matters for electro, make the double resonance for electro better, she's going to be in a fantastic spot. We're going to lead with that one. But some of the things that I've heard about her that people don't like, her E damage is terrible. Now, there's one thing in here that I'm going to agree with and one thing that I'm going to disagree with here. So the E damage on it is a very low multiplier in all ways, shapes, and forms. But that's okay. It's up 100% of the time. It's got a 25-second duration. It's literally there to proc damage. That's fine. Now, I wish it had a little bit better energy regeneration, because I don't even know if this generates particles when you use it. If any, it's very tiny amount. On top of that, the things that I actually don't like about this thing here is this thing right here. The elemental damage bonus, 0.27% per energy. Now, here's some of the things about Raiden Shogun that make her very awkward to understand, because she's actually got a very complex kit. You read this, elemental damage bonus percent, right? What does this even mean? Characters who gain the Eye of Judgment will have their elemental burst damage increase based on the energy cost. You found it there. Okay, this is per energy that your burst costs. It gets that damage percent bonus. Now, right now, most of the characters in the game, excluding her, have an 80 cost. She has a 90 cost. So this is not going to help out those characters with like a 40 cost. It's half as effective. It's going to give them a 10%. It's going to give a level 80 characters like a 20% person. Give her a little bit more than 20%. Now, there is room and potential for this to grow, and I understand that. I just wish it was a little bit easier for the average player to understand, because not everyone here is a number crunching fiend like me, right? Or maybe even like you. So that I can get behind. Now, the one thing I do not like about this, and the other thing that she shares, is the same downside of albedo. So this has got low damage on it. Okay, she's there to proc electro on things, get rid of shields, yada yada. Wait, it doesn't work on abyss shields? Because it does not work on abyss shields. That is stupid. Same thing for albedo. You have to actually do damage with an attack to actually proc the eye. And abyss shields and like abyss heralds things like that, when their shields are up, they actually don't take any damage. You only can do damage to the shield, and since you're only doing damage to the shield and not the enemy's HP, which it doesn't say deal damage to their HP, it just says do damage. You can chip the shield with an auto attack or normal attack, but you're not hitting their HP, it won't proc. So you think she'd be good against like pyro shields and hydro shields and cryo shields and all that? Nope, doesn't work at all. Actually, same thing with Albedo. I don't like that. That is bad. I think that should get changed. I don't care if it's up 100% of the time. Mihoyo thinks she's going to be overpowered. Well, when you release every new enemy in the game in Abyss, like all the Lectors and Heralds and stuff, and she actually can't do anything against them, sweet. Brand new character, bad against brand new enemy. News at 11. How to not sell a character 101, right? Now here's the other one. All right, maybe you're on one side of the fence on this issue, maybe you're on my side of the fence on this issue. I think it's very, very, very dumb that she cannot proc certain things, like the Electro Traveler in Beto's Elemental Burst procs. It makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, let's go read those real quick for a quick refresher here. So like the Electro Traveler here, boom, pop, bellowing thunder. When your active character's normal and charge attacks hit opponents, they will call forth falling thunder, dealing electro damage. When they hit opponents, not when you do normal and charge attack damage, but when your normal and charge attacks hit opponents. Okay. All right, let's go read her skill real quick. Let's go read this real quick. Yada, yada, yada. Her normal charge and plunge attacks will be infused with Electro, which cannot be overridden. And they were considered elemental burst damage. Okay, her normal charge and plunge attacks will be considered elemental burst damage. Okay, makes sense. Let's see. She's got normal attacks and charge attacks and plunging attacks. She still has the attacks. They just do elemental burst damage. So she's hitting with a normal attack, but it's using your elemental burst damage multiplier. And why doesn't this not work? Because you're hitting with a normal and charge attack, because that's what you're using. You're just converting the damage at the end. Now, if this said when you do normal and charge attack damage, sure, I'll be behind it 100%. That's not what it says. It says when you do and hit with normal and charge attacks. I believe Beto is the same way. When normal and charge attacks hit, you proc the Thunder Beast charge. Not when you do normal and charge attack damage, when your normal and charge attacks hit. All right. Now, if someone out there has been playing like Magic the Gathering, whatever, like me, you know, a lot of games out there can get very wordy, and the context matters. And this is the context that matters. It doesn't say when you do normal and charge attack damage. It says when your normal and charge attack hits. I think that's dumb. And I also think it's dumb for another reason, because the way they have Electro going on right now, Electro's basically Geo 2.0. You're either running like a tasered comp with like Xingqiu or Child or something, and like Fischl, and tasing everything with Electro Charge procs from Undone, Be Thy Sinful Hex. Or you're going like mono Electro / Geo. You don't want to do Overload. You don't want to do Superconduct in your Electro team because you're not running a physical team, right? That's a different team. So you run like mono Electro. You have your girl Kujo Star. You have Electro, and then like Zhongli out there, good to go there. Raw damage squad. Okay, all right. So you want to run mono Electro / Geo? Well, she doesn't work with two of the best characters in the game. She literally doesn't work with Beto, and she literally does not work with the Electro main character. That is tragic. It's tragic. Would it be broken? No. Is it dumb? In my opinion, yeah, it's freaking stupid. I don't get it. I cannot believe that decision was made to change it the last second. I'm not gonna say too much. It worked for a long time. Until it ended, and now it suddenly doesn't work anymore. And here's the other thing too that a lot of people got really mad about. C6 Wish Bearer, this got sort of changed. We all got 100 Primo Gems. They changed the wording from it. This used to be worded the exact same way as the Electro main character in Beto's Elemental Burst. It would say when you land or when you hit with normal and charge attack, you reduce the cooldown of all your elemental bursts in your party, except for herself, about 1 second. It literally said that, and then they changed it, the wording on this, without changing the function. And that is very important because it was worded the exact same way as the Electro main character, the exact same way as Beto's. And they realized, oh crap, Beto and the main character don't work right now, and apparently we don't want them to, but they're worded the same way. And obviously, if they're worded the same way, well, what do you think's happened? What do you think? Do you think Beto and Electro main character didn't work, and her Constellation 6 also didn't work on herself? Like she couldn't land normal and charge attacks? No, because they said they only changed the wording, but she still worked the same way. So the function for her with the same wording worked, and the function for them with the same wording didn't work. And that made a lot of people upset, rightfully so. Also, I think this constellation should just be a part of her elemental burst. Honestly, she's if you're making Electro the reduce cooldowns, get energy particles, spam your elemental burst thing, don't lock this behind Constellation 6. I don't even know how good this would be, honestly. That's why I didn't go for it. There's so many characters that it just doesn't matter. Venti, I guess. Zhongli would be cool. Have a 7-second elemental burst. Just petrify something for 4 seconds, then 3 seconds later, petrify them all again. I don't know, it could be cool, but I think that's one more thing that I would have changed, is her C6 actually just being baseline, and then go back on that fix that you made and actually fix those characters, please. That is very upsetting. Now, the whole thing here with this not doing enough damage, I don't care, make it proc on shields, that's fine. Now, do I think she's in a good spot? As a character, yeah, she's fine. I love her. You can use her. You can devastate the abyss with her. You can beat all content in the game with her. Obviously, mine is better than the average one out there, so you're going to see reduced damage in that scenario, and that's going to be where someone else might have a different opinion, right? Maybe you don't have the best gear. Maybe you don't have all the greedy gear that she needs, because she literally needs every stat: energy recharge, crit chance, crit damage, elemental burst damage, electro damage, attack percent, you name it. And if it's not HP or defense or elemental mastery, she wants it, and she wants it in perfect balance, like my man Thanos out there, another purple brother next to her purple mother. Okay, and then obviously she has a very good weapon in the engulfing laning or the catch, and mine's going to be doing inflated damage, right? If you have like the catch and stuff, right, you're running around, you're not going to do 500 600k slashes and 90k auto attacks with her later on. You can probably do like half of that. All right, you're happy with that? Cool. Is it overpowered? Nope. Does she need help as a character? No, Electro does. So if you haven't seen the Electro video, go check that one out, guys. If you had some fun in here today, a little bit of okay, a little bit of sway, a little bit of ranterino around here, because I think a lot of people are really giving this character too much crap, and it's really not her fault. There are a couple things that we talked about, but it's not her fault, guys. Make sure you like that video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.